Hey everyone, ever get stuck trying to decide between Microsoft Word and Google Docs, especially when you're working on something, a little more technical?
It's a classic dilemma.
It really is. And lucky for us, we've got some expert advice to help sort it all out. We're diving into an article called, wait for it, Microsoft Word versus Google Docs, a guide for technical writers.
Catchy, right?
Oh, absolutely. And this isn't just some random blog post either. The author Curt Robbins is a senior technical writer who's worked with, get this, FedEx, Microsoft, Northrop Grumman,
Oh, yeah, big names.
huge, PNC Bank, USAA, Wells Fargo.
Pretty impressive. And he kicks things off by calling Microsoft Word the, quote, gold standard.
Gold standard. I like it. Word's been around forever. It's what a lot of us learned on, back in the day.
For sure. I mean, you can't deny it's practically the industry standard, especially in technical fields. If you're aiming for that polished, professional look, Word is usually the go-to.
Okay, so it's got history and reputation on its side. But what about the actual features? Robbins gets into some pretty advanced stuff like macros. And I'll be honest, I used to find macros kind of intimidating.
Oh, I get it. They can seem a bit cryptic at first, but honestly, once you understand them, macros are pretty powerful.
So walk me through it. What can you actually do with a macro?
Imagine you've got some tedious formatting task you do all the time, right? Like setting up a table with specific headings and borders.
Happens all the time.
A macro lets you record those steps, and then boom, you can repeat them with a single click.
Instead of going through all those menus every single time.
Exactly. It's like having a little assistant built right into the software.
Okay, that's pretty cool. But I got to ask, have you ever had a macro gone wrong situation where it messed up your whole document?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There were a few times, especially early on, where I accidentally recorded the wrong steps or, things didn't quite go as planned.
That's what I'm afraid of.
But you learn from those mistakes. And the time you save in the long run is totally worth it.
All right, so macros can be powerful, but maybe approach them with a little caution at first.
Definitely. Practice on a test document first, just to be safe.
Good advice. And of course, we have to talk about formatting options in Word. I mean, the level of detail you can control is incredible.
Yeah, it's almost overwhelming sometimes. Font sizes, paragraph spacing, custom styles, it's all there.
You can really fine-tune every little aspect of your document. But have you ever felt like it's almost too much? Like you get lost in the details and lose sight of the actual content?
Totally. It's easy to get sidetracked by all the bells and whistles. Sometimes I have to remind myself, hey, focus on the message, not just the font.
It's so true. It's all about finding that balance between, visual appeal and clarity of communication.
Exactly. And Robbins brings up another key point about Word, offline access.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Especially if you're on a plane or working somewhere with spotty internet.
Totally. You don't have to worry about losing your work or being unable to access it. Word's got you covered.
So it's reliable, even when technology fails us. Speaking of technology, Word does have OneDrive, right?
It does. So even though it's not strictly cloud-based like Google Docs, you still have ways to access your files from different devices.
Okay, so it's not completely stuck in the desktop world. It's adapted a bit. But let's talk about the tool that was born in the cloud, Google Docs.
I mean, Google Docs, it really did change the game for, collaboration. You know what I mean?
Huge, right. Suddenly you don't have to email files back and forth a million times just to work on something together.
Yeah. No more trying to decipher whose changes, who's in track changes.
The worst. And Robbins really highlights how, this accessibility and just ease of use have made it super popular, especially in education and for teams that need to work quickly.
Makes sense, right? Anyone with a Google account can hop in, edit in real time. It's just so streamlined.
Streamlined. I like that. But what about those moments where, you accidentally delete a whole section or make a change you totally regret? Google Docs has that version history feature, right?
Oh, thank goodness for version history. Honestly, it saved me from complete disaster more times than I can count.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone has that, oh no, I just lost hours of work panic moment.
Right. I had this one time, I was working on a proposal, it was late, I was tired, and somehow I managed to delete a whole section.
Oh no.
I was freaking out. But then I remembered version history, went back a few saves, and boom, crisis averted.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
That feeling of relief when you recover something you thought was gone forever, nothing better.
Seriously, it's like a safety net.
Okay, so we've got Word, the powerful established choice, and Google Docs, the agile collaborator. It seems like both have their strengths. It's got to be tough for someone like Robbins working with all those different clients to pick a clear winner.
It is. And he doesn't really. He emphasizes this idea of being what he calls platform agnostic,
Hmm.
especially for technical writers and, anyone in IT.
Platform agnostic. That's a good one.
Yeah,
So basically being able to use either tool effectively.
exactly. Some clients are all about Word, others live in Google Docs. You've got to be able to adapt and work seamlessly in both
It's
worlds.
like being bilingual, right? More tools in your toolbox, more people you can connect with.
That's a great analogy. So,
Oh.
how do we actually decide which tool is best for a given project?
Well, Robbins gives some pretty practical guidance on that. He stresses that it really depends on your specific needs and the task at hand. Like, what are you actually trying to achieve with this document?
Right, it's not one size fits all.
So let's break it down. If you're working on something that needs really complex formatting, like, say, a big technical manual, Word might be your best bet.
Definitely. Especially if you need features like, footnotes, endnotes, table of contents, all that.
Or if you know you're going to be working offline a lot, like on a plane or somewhere with like limited internet access.
Yep. Word gives you that flexibility. And let's not forget about file compatibility. You've got to make sure your clients or colleagues can actually open and read what you send them.
Such a crucial point. You don't want to send a document and then have them be like, wait, I can't even open this.
Exactly. That's not a good look. But if you're all about that real-time collaboration, brainstorming with your team, needing something quick and easy to share and get feedback on, Google Docs is fantastic for that.
Totally. And if your team's already using Google Workspace, Gmail, Drive, all that good stuff, it just integrates so seamlessly.
Yeah, everything's right there.
So it's not really about choosing a winner. It's about like understanding the strengths of each tool and then picking the one that best fits your needs in that moment.
Right. Being adaptable and choosing the right tool for the job,
Yeah.
that's the key. And Robbins, he really emphasizes that point.
He does. And I think like thinking about it that way takes some of the pressure off, right? It's not this big like Microsoft versus Google battle.
Totally. It's more about like, how can I use these tools strategically to do my best work?
Exactly. How can they help me create content that's effective, clear, and achieves its goals?
And that's a question we should all be asking ourselves, regardless of which tool we're using.
Well said.
It really is about, having that experimental mindset, trying things out, seeing what works, being open to new tools, new approaches.
Yeah. It's like the tools themselves are just a means to an end, right?
Exactly. The real goal is to become a better communicator, to get those complex ideas across in a way that, people can understand.
To make that connection.
Yes.
To everyone out there working hard to make those complex ideas understandable, keep exploring, keep experimenting.
And if you have any thoughts on what we've talked about today, we'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment, share your experiences, keep this conversation going.
Exactly. Until next time, happy writing, everyone.